Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Bolton Fan TV podcast. Me and Tyler are back for our final episode of the season. Sadly, to be honest, we aren't promoted yet, as I'm sure literally everybody knows. I'm still not over it, obviously, but it's fine. We go again Saturday. It's just the Bolton way, which stresses me out, but it's the Bolton way. But yeah, I guess we'll start off reviewing that game. I actually did watch the game live for once. Decided to buy it on iFollow, and then we bottle it, but it's fine. But yeah, have you watched the highlights at all?
I've seen some highlights. I am quite annoyed with Exeter's second goal.
I'm annoyed with our performance in general, if I'm completely honest. Like, first half, right? My opinion of the game, first half, better team. First 15 minutes, we get the goal. Then we kind of sat back a little bit, which, okay, we probably shouldn't have done, but we were trying to see it out to half time, which is okay. And then second half, I don't know what the hell went on in that dressing room. Whether Everett has said something like, I doubt Everett has literally come out and said, like, oh, just take it easy. But, I don't know what's been said, but whatever he said didn't work. And it's made the players nervous because that second half was abysmal. I think we played better when we got battered by Leyton Orient, if I'm completely honest. Like, that second half was, honestly, in my opinion, the worst football we've played all season. I'm not going to lie, because
second half wise, yeah.
I don't know. Like, our passing was not on it. Like, the first half, it was a little shaky, but it was bearable. We were still having chances. Second half, we could barely string together 3 passes. It was like playing FIFA. Like, it just every single pass we attempted didn't find one of our players, and it stressed me out, to be completely honest. I haven't really seen anybody give the same opinion as me, because obviously I don't know. I don't know if I'm just not looking in the right places or what. But that game wound me up, to be completely honest. I'll be honest. Second half, we deserved to lose it. Obviously, I didn't want us to lose it, but judging by what I saw, we deserved to lose in that second half. It's almost like we saw 2 completely different games, because the first half was completely different to the second half. First half, we looked calm, calculated, ready to win this game. And then, not to throw any of them under the bus, but Isgrove had a bit of a shocker when he came out of that dressing room. And I saw people asking why Isgrove got taken off. I'm not surprised he got taken off. The guy wasn't even trying, which wound me up, to be completely honest, because Isgrove's one of our key players. And he just, I don't know, he just kind of seemed like he didn't want to be there, in my opinion. Sorry, rant over. I'll let Tyler give his opinions. See, I've been holding this in for a week. For a week. It's all coming out again. But yeah.
Yeah. Overall, I have got a bit of stick with Everett, because what the hell was his substitution choices?
It depends which ones you're talking about, though. The Isgrove one, I agree with.
I swear I seen Kieran Lee come off for Delfonso, but you said he was injured.
Yeah, because obviously he's missing the next game, so he's got a tweak at least. But yeah, I don't know. It looked like cramp during the game, but yeah, he did actually end up getting subbed off. But I don't know. I don't know if that was a pre-planned substitution or whatever. But just before he went off, he was receiving medical attention. So.
And plus, going back to what I said earlier, Exeter's second goal, I seen the highlight. I seen it perfectly. The guy was on our goal line and scored. Don't know how the ref's not seen offside.
I'm not going to lie, even if that is, like, from the angle I've seen, because obviously I saw it happen, from the angle that was on the iFollow, you can't really tell that, to be completely honest. As soon as I saw it, I was like, right, well, I mean, that's that then. On to Saturday. I just wanted it out of my brain, really.
And
but
I'm dreading Saturday because I'm watching it.
Oh, I'm dreading it massively. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say on that game other than because I just know if I keep talking about it, I'm just going to get more and more stressed about it. But I mean, look, I'm not saying that the whole team that second half was, horrendous, because they weren't. That would just be a lie. But the team that came out in the first half compared to the second half was two different teams. How do we go from starting the game so confidently to then second half just looking like we turned up for our first day at secondary school? I don't understand. Like, it was as if they stepped on the pitch for the first time. And it's like, I mean, come on. We could have easily won that game, assuming we come out with the same mentality we did in that first half. But we just didn't, which is why I'm so frustrated by it. Not only did we lose and bottle our chance at promotion for our early promotion, we've now got to, go into this game, and now it truly is, all or nothing.
We literally have to go out there and win, and Cambridge and Morecambe to lose. Because if Morecambe win and we lose and Cambridge win, we're in playoffs. Or if we win and Morecambe win and Cambridge lose, Cambridge are in playoffs.
I mean, it is just... It's a stressful situation, to be completely honest. And, I said it, 2 weeks ago now? I even said I wouldn't be surprised if we bottled it and ended up in playoffs.
Which I don't... Oh.
Of course, I don't want that to happen. But, I mean, at the same time, obviously, I'd rather be in playoffs than completely, not have a chance at promotion at all. I'd rather stay third or move up to second and, have automatics. But if we, thing is now, right, Saturday, if we look confident in that first half, I'm basically not going to believe it. Just after that Exeter game has made me question whether, starting the game well actually means anything. Because, first 15 minutes, we 1-0 up. Cracking goal, by the way. Gethin Jones.
And plus, I will give praise to Santos. I did find it. It was Santos who pinged that ball.
Massive shift.
What a ball.
But I don't know. I mean, besides Baptiste trying to snap his leg, but,
I've not seen that.
I don't know. It's just like they were both trying to defend Exeter's attack, and Baptiste just kind of came across and almost stepped on Santos. And he almost... Because as soon as he went down, I was screaming. I was like, Santos, please, please get up. Please. If we don't have you for that final game, we may as well kiss automatics goodbye. But I mean, Jesus Christ. Yeah, my heart literally jumped out of my chest at that point. But luckily, he got up and carried on. And there's not been any word that he is injured or anything. So I think we're good. But I mean, yeah, we just have to win. And I mean, we've been saying that all season, obviously, but now it truly is. We have to win. We can't focus on the other results. As long as we get the 3 points, then we've done the most we can do. Okay, it'll be annoying if we win and, other results happen and whatever, but, I'd rather that. Look, I just want the players on Saturday to go out, give it their all. At the end of the day, that's all we can ask. If we get the 3 points, great. If we don't end up getting promotion, cool. If we have to do playoffs, then we'll do playoffs. At least, look, the way I might have said this before, I don't remember, but the way I look at it, if we end up in playoffs, it is it's a bittersweet situation because obviously our promotion dreams aren't dead. It just means, we've got to properly now scrap for it, essentially. And also, plus side of it, more podcasts. That's the way I'm looking at it. But yeah, I mean, Saturday, we just have to win. Obviously, we will go into a bit more depth and preview the game. But yeah, I mean, the Exeter game was just second half was a shambles. I can literally remember like our passing was awful. Like,
Thank God I didn't pay for it. Huh?
How do we go from blooming, playing? What was it like? We had a move in the season that was like 20 odd passes in, to then not even being able to string together 3. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, it's as if everything just went out of their heads. Obviously, there were still players putting in shifts that second half. I'm not saying the whole team. Isgrove was the main one for me that stuck out and was, a shambles, to be completely honest, which is why I agree with him coming off. And I saw a lot of people on Twitter complaining that Isgrove was being taken off. And that kind of annoyed me a little bit because I was looking at it and then looking at the game and I'm like, are you watching the same football game I am? Because Isgrove, like, okay, he is a good player. The first half, he was all right. Second half, he bottled it. I don't know what happened. I don't know. He just had a complete loss of confidence, or he just lost interest. I don't know. But yeah. Obviously, Santos put in a shift as always. Second half still. Baptiste. Our defense was still pretty good. It's just we did give away a bit of a stupid foul in the 90th, whatever it was, minute. I'm pretty sure it was literally dead on the last minute as well, which is even more annoying.
I think it was just a bit over.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, we deserved to lose that in the second half. First half, we deserved to win it. Second half, bottled it. Well and truly bottled it. But again, we go Saturday. We've got to focus on Saturday. Hopefully, we actually get the job done this time. And hopefully, we do get promotion. So, so as long as we win, do we go up or do we need Morecambe to lose?
If we win, we're up.
Right, that's fine then. That's calm. At least I'll know then, as long as we win, I can then chill for the rest of the weekend. Because honestly, even this week, I've been bricking it. Like, genuinely, as I'm going to like college and whatever, in the mornings, putting even the Bolton face mask on, I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh God, it all comes down to Saturday. I'm like, oh Christ. I put the blooming top on today. I'm like, oh, Saturday. But I mean, this is truly probably one of the biggest days in Bolton's history, let's be honest. And that's not me comparing it to like the FA Cup wins or whatever. I'm just talking, modern day Bolton Wanderers. You could argue, obviously we are in like a new era of Bolton Wanderers right now. We're on the rebuild, and it's going well, to be completely honest. But yeah, just Saturday. I just wish it was Saturday already. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I do and I don't. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm dreading it. But yeah. Another thing, actually, as well, obviously, season tickets have now gone on sale. That has just popped into my head. We've actually already sold like 1,000 season tickets, which fair enough, because, we don't even know what division we're in yet. We still don't even know if fans are going to be fully allowed back, next season. So, I mean, massive props to anyone that has bought a season ticket. It's massive. Yeah. Also, another major thing to do with potentially next season, boohoo, as Tyler's actually repping today. But yeah, the owner or CEO of Boohoo, well, it's weird, isn't it? Because he's actually the owner of, is it Pretty Little Thing? But then they own like Boohoo. So I'll be honest, when I saw it, right, because obviously the guys put on Twitter, and obviously Bolton fans have gone mental. Clicked on his profile and it said owner of Pretty Little Thing. I'm like, please God, do not let Bolton Wanderers be sponsored by Pretty Little Thing. Because I was like, look, okay, now you could argue, okay, it's 2021, it is what it is. But I'm not being funny. People kicked off at the Home Bargain sponsor. Can you imagine a Pretty Little Thing sponsor? That would truly be, I mean, the money's there, but at least if it's Boohoo, you know, I think it'd actually look better as well, to be honest,
It will. I think it will.
depending on what kit design they go with. Because I'm picturing the Boohoo logo on like this design, which obviously it's not going to be, I would imagine. But I mean, yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts on it?
I think it would be a good idea to have Boohoo because Boohoo's like a proper big make in clothing wise. It's more,
massive.
massive than Home Bargains. Even though I've got nothing against Home Bargains, they have done a good job for us this season.
As well, everyone obviously was like, "Oh, but why Home Bargains?" Like, I'm not being funny. You would associate Home Bargains with like cheap deals and stuff, right? But think about how much money they actually have, like how much money they actually earn. Like that was not a bad move at all. Okay, it looks a bit stupid on the top, but you know, I'd say on this kit it looks better than it did last season. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah,
could we see Reebok coming back for the shirts?
I don't know. I think that like I wouldn't mind it just for like nostalgia purposes, but I think then they just maybe do like an almost retro kit. But I don't know.
Them away kits, Jesus, with Reebok.
I mean, look, I wouldn't be completely against it, but Macron are pretty good at doing kits, Reebok, did they even do kits anymore? I don't think they do.
Yeah.
Did they? Shows how much I know. But yeah, I mean, the Boohoo thing, either way, whether they're a shirt sponsor or if they're just, like, I don't know, sponsoring the stadium, that's not what I'm trying to say.
Imagine.
Having an ad.
Let's go to Boohoo Stadium.
No, like put like an ad around the stadium, like kind of thing. But who knows? We don't know yet, obviously. But I can't wait for that period. Like once this season's finished, like that's gonna be like I love that like period in football. Season's ended. You have what feels like an eternity break, but in reality, it's not too long. And then just getting all the hype back. I mean, honestly, when we was doing this at the start of this season, and everyone was gassed because Everett had come in, we'd signed all these players. That is honestly one of the very few times I've actually looked forward to seeing Bolton Wanderers play, because obviously, me and Tyler have pretty much grown up supporting Bolton Wanderers, and let's be honest, we've kind of missed the good years, to be completely honest. We were there, but not really,
yeah, we were there when Joe Cave and that were there.
Yeah, but...
And I've seen a Copcher play in real life.
Weird flex, but sure. But, I mean, yeah, we obviously, I think, when did we get relegated? 2011, 2012 season? That was when we got relegated out of the Prem. But yeah, I don't know how we ended up on that tangent, but anyways, what were we talking? Oh yeah, the Boohoo thing. So I mean, that's going to be massive money, whether it is a shirt sponsor or not, it's going to help us regardless. It might even be a partnership, which is still massive. It's going to help the club a lot because obviously it's no secret, Bolton have never been the most financially stable club in the world. But now we are getting more of a we let's just say we can see the light at the end of the tunnel in terms of being financially stable. I think right now we are financially stable. I think there may be a few debts. Obviously, I don't know the ins and outs, but we are on the right track, which is a good thing because it is less stress for everybody associated with the club. It's less stress for all the fans. We don't have to protest anytime soon, I would hope. I mean, yeah. Hang on, I've just seen a tweet. Looks like Thomason will be starting. I don't know. I just saw a tweet from Mark. I still don't know how to say his second name. Is it Isles? Sure. But yeah, I just saw it pop up. I thought it was something a lot more important than that. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, the Boohoo thing will be just a good thing in general for the club. You know, big money. Like we're not talking like a couple of million. We're talking a lot more million. I don't actually know. They could be billions. Who knows? But yeah. Nothing as well I actually saw on Twitter. Now this isn't true. This isn't confirmed. It's nothing to do with the player. But I've actually seen a lot of Bolton fans thinking that Football Ventures, they're not going to be sticking around for a long time. I don't know. Like I understand why people have been saying that. It's like, okay, they kind of just wanted to not see us, go bust, which is cool. But I do personally think Football Ventures will be here for a very long time. I can see it for sure. I'm not saying like, oh, they will never leave, but it just depends what happens realistically. But yeah, that's just something I wanted to bring up as well, because I do understand where people are coming from when they say that, because if you look at the situation to when, the devil took over, he did the same thing. It wasn't a long-term thing, and then he ended up just doing a long-term thing. But obviously the main difference is Football Ventures are actually doing what they're supposed to do, not just, spending money left, right and centre, not actually investing it too much. And yeah, but I would like to think that Sharon Britton's going to stick around. I mean, they are fantastic owners already, and first season under them has been arguably one of the best seasons, football-wise, as in like actually how we've been playing, and obviously bringing in players without actually spending money, besides wages, which it's not an easy thing to do, especially in on transfer markets now. Like, prices can be a bit ridiculous, and pretty much everything or every player costs money. But I mean, I'll be honest, the fact we got Owen Doyle on a free transfer, it's a steal. That's what it is. But I mean, yeah. Onto a more serious note. I don't know why we're here again talking about it. We just should not be talking about this. But we've spoken about racism in football and all of this, and as the whole football community will know, every single football club pretty much in England boycotted social media for 3 days, from the 30th, and I believe they came back yesterday, maybe the day
yesterday,
before. Yeah, yesterday.
Yesterday.
And yeah, obviously Bolton Wanderers did take part. I'm pretty sure the whole of English football did. But it's not really done anything, because I've seen on Twitter this morning and throughout the day, to be honest, players are still getting racially abused online. It seems to be more Twitter that aren't doing a lot. Instagram are apparently, trying to take steps into trying to stop this. But Twitter doesn't seem to be doing anything. I mean, I think we said it in our podcast before. I don't really know what they would do, because obviously, we don't like have our own apps or like social networks, so we don't really know how it works. But something has to be done. Just I don't know what, because honestly, I don't think anybody could tell you, to be completely honest. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like, do you think the boycott was a good idea, bad idea?
I think it was a good idea, because it'll give the players time to think, regroup with the families, talk to them about it, like give them time to relax, think about it, instead of just going back online and getting more abuse. Which, honestly, if people are abusing people online, they're just, I'm going to quote you again, take that bin and sit in it.
Oh, no. Right. Get in the bin and then stay in it and then get put in. Okay, I'm not going to say that, but just carry on.
Yeah, because it's just
The
wrong how
cretins
people.
is what we're trying to say.
Yeah.
Absolute cretins.
Cretins and clowns. Like some Bolton fans at the stadium as well, clowns.
No, don't even get me started on that. I forgot about that for a second, but don't even get me started.
Yeah, because it's just not nice. You won't like it if someone said online abuse to you, would you? No, you wouldn't. It's just wrong that people bullying.
It's just wrong in just, it's mad that it's still a thing, like, I don't understand, like, people that do that, I honestly, I am intrigued to know what goes through their head, like, because they have to know it's wrong. They have to. Like, you can't just sit there and then, think, oh, you know what, you played badly, so I'm going to call you the N-word or, whatever. Like, no. At the end of the day, we're all human. We're going to have bad days, The person typing it has definitely had bad days. And I'm not saying that, that justifies any of it, but because obviously it doesn't. But, like, we all have bad days. You can say stuff out of anger, but even if you say something that's racist out of anger, it doesn't make it right. Even if you apologize after saying it, it doesn't matter. You've said it. Like something like racism, you can't just apologize for and expect everything to be all right. But I mean, yeah, I agree with you in the sense of, the boycott was a good idea. I just don't think, the length of it was significant, because 3 days, I'll be
Needed
honest,
to be longer.
I don't even think Twitter even noticed. But I mean, obviously we were still active. I know there was a few like fan accounts taking part in the boycott. We were still active. I mean, not massively active on our Instagram and Twitter, but we were still on there.
I took part in the boycott as well.
And I mean, yeah, I think minimum a week probably. I know that's a hard ask because obviously, the football clubs will have like, I don't know, like for example, Bolton have got a partnership with, is it Scoot? We've got a partnership with someone, and they had to do like a sponsored post today or something.
Oh yeah.
My apologies. But yeah, so obviously I understand why it was only 3 days, but for it to actually mean something, it's got to be at least a week. And it obviously it's hard in this generation to stay off social media for a week. It just is. But yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I did forget it was happening because it happened like during the Exeter game, pretty much. Or, like it started before the Exeter game, and I was wondering where the hell the team sheets were. So I was there. I'm like, hang on, it's like past. Like, where are they? I'm like, it's about to kick off, and I've not seen the team sheet. What's going on? But yeah, that's the whole reason I remembered. And yeah, but I do think it definitely should have been a lot longer rather than just 3 days, because like I said, I don't even think Twitter would have even noticed that it happened. Instagram maybe, but but I mean, yeah, social media sites have to do more. And that's all of them. That's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I was gonna say Snapchat, but do many people use Snapchat now? I don't.
No. WhatsApp.
TikTok, definitely, because it happens on TikTok. I mean, look, everywhere it happens. But yeah. I mean, we may as well stick with the somewhat serious theme, as Tyler did bring up the idiots that tried to break into the stadium, vandalize stuff. I don't know. There's a few stories, but I don't even know where to begin with this, if I'm completely honest, because again,
One word, clowns. Why would you start a
massively.
fight just because we scored, and then soon as we go like 2-1 down, there's no need to throw a bottle in midair where it can smack someone, which it did, smash someone on the
I was
head,
gonna say
who received
somebody
12
did
stitches
actually.
in his head.
Yeah, I mean, if you're doing that, like, okay, I understand we lost the game, and emotions are at an all-time high. Does not give you the right to harm other people. Like there was kids there, for God's sake. Like,
And you got to be
kids.
didn't go,
I'm so glad I didn't go. I'll be
because
honest.
I would have been.
I was actually kind of planning to maybe do like something for BFTV. That's obviously if Tyler could come. I'm glad we didn't, because that was an absolute shambles.
I'm glad I was busy on that day.
Like, it was ridiculous. Like, okay, I understand. Like, look, obviously Thogden was there, Stumpeg. So if you watch their videos, you're not going to see anything, but just in terms of like, you can see the mood change when we lose the game, and you can understand it. Like, everyone's disappointed. You can definitely see that, but then it does not mean that you go and start fighting with people, and then trying to break into the stadium, and like, why? I don't understand what went through your head, because at the end of the day, we could have, we had Bolton fans travel up to Morecambe, and it was an amazing scene. Like, the players after the game coming out, clapping all the fans for turning up, and then then to be able to actually do it at home, have more fans there, and then you go and ruin it for everybody. Like the actual experience of just going there and supporting the team, hopefully trying to get promotion. Obviously, we know how that turned out, but like I said, there was kids there, and like younger people that were there to just support their football club, and they shouldn't have to see that. But yeah, to anyone that's done it, I think they have caught people that have done that, and obviously
They've
they're going to be
definitely
banned.
caught the person who threw the ball in the air.
Yeah, so I mean, that's a bit of good news out of it, and obviously they are going to be banned if, obviously,
Yeah, they are talking about banning them for a bit,
yeah.
for quite a while.
I'd say ban them for life, if I'm completely honest, because that's one thing that does annoy me about, like, when these situations happen, is it will be like a ban for like 5 years, which, okay, it's a significant period of time, but I'm not being funny. 5 years, they're going to come back, have a similar thing, where they get kind of annoyed, and then it's going to happen again. Now, I say if you do something that serious, ban for life. Like, you did it. Now just deal with it. Deal with the consequences. But I mean, yeah, they are getting banned, which is a good thing. There was something else I wanted to talk about, and I think it's just completely left my head. Not gonna lie. Spoken about the boycott. Spoken about Saturday. I guess we just move on to this Saturday then. Yeah, like we said earlier, massive game. Absolute must win. And obviously, why do I say obviously a lot? Anyway, yeah, I mean, as I read out earlier, the tweet from Mark Isles, looks like Thomason is going to be playing, which Tyler doesn't look best pleased with. I mean, he's not the only one, because a lot of Bolton fans were criticising him against Exeter, which I get, but at the same time, I don't know why he's the only one actually being called out for it.
You know why I'm annoyed? Because I'd play Sars in CDM, Politics at camp.
We still don't know if Politics is actually fully, fit. So
I hope he is.
that's my only issue, because
I hope he is.
I mean, look, I personally think Politics has been in training for a lot longer than he's being made out, if I'm completely honest.
Because he is the support Doyle needs. Don't get me wrong, he's scored
I
enough for
agree,
Lion.
to be honest.
He is the support you need.
To be honest, I'd probably play him back as a winger, and then maybe Alpha Lion as maybe as a cam, maybe a centre forward even, and have maybe a start partnership up front, maybe something. But I mean, yeah, with Politic, I think he's been in training a lot longer than's been made out.
Yeah, I think he has.
Obviously, he had an ACL injury, so he's going to take time. But didn't he post like a little tease to all the Bolton fans a few months ago, where it was just him like?
I remember it. It was in February.
Yeah, it was just like literally a picture of his foot on a ball on grass. I don't remember what the caption was, but
I think it went, can't wait to get back on the pitch odds for this season.
I don't think it was that, because I don't think he expected to be back this
season.
I
don't think it was this season, but
it would have been something along the lines of can't wait to be back or something like that. So that got a few Bolton fans excited. And then obviously it kind of all went quiet until Inside Lost Stock came out in 2 weeks ago. And he is back in training. I don't know how long he's been back in training. I don't know if it is genuinely just like he's only just come back or what. But he's training. He seems to be doing full-on training sessions as well. So he does look pretty, healthy and match fit. But obviously we don't know. So, I mean, I'll be honest. I don't think there's much point in playing him against Crawley. Obviously, it's a big game, but there's no point. Like, it would almost be mean, wouldn't it, to play him and then be like, "Oh yeah, but the season's over now." Like now you've got to wait even longer to get back on the pitch. Like, I think just make him wait, because if he, I mean, look, I wouldn't be opposed to seeing him play against Crawley, but I don't think it's going to happen, because one, I still think it's too soon. I know it's been a whole season now, pretty much, since he got injured, but an ACL injury is pretty significant. And if he comes back even a day too soon, and then he re-injures that ACL, he's done. So I'd rather give him an even longer rest period in terms of don't play him on Sunday. Obviously, again, we don't know if he actually is fully fit. This is just on Saturday. Leave me alone, all right? Stressed. But on Saturday, but yeah, like I've said, we don't know that he even is match fit. This is all speculation. Obviously, at the minute, all we know is he's back in training. That's all we know. So not Bolton.
We just need to wait for Everett to say his piece before the game on Saturday.
He'll be doing that today, maybe tomorrow. I don't know.
Yeah,
switch it up.
They do ask him questions about players, don't they?
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. It's usually around 6 o'clock. Although they did it hella late the other week. They did it at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
I was like, well, why? But yeah, I don't know. It's not, as we're recording this, it's now 4:15, so I'd expect something soon. If not, it'll be tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, we don't know that Politics is even match fit. I'm trying to stress that, because I know there'll be at least one person that'll be like, "Oh, but Politics wasn't on the bench." Like, they'll come back to this episode and be like, "Politics wasn't on the bench. What do you mean?" So, yeah, we're not saying Politics will be on the bench. We're not saying he'll play. But yeah, I mean, I think even if he is match fit, just give him until next season, because then that will just guarantee that he is, fit and healthy, and he's not going to re-injure that ACL. Because Politics would have actually, I think, some of the games this season, if we had Politics, beyond doubt. Obviously, the other factor is actually take our chances. But Politic, especially at the start of the season, when Doyle wasn't being given the ball at all, and we were losing games left, right, and centre, Politic would have massively boosted that team. But it is what it is. Obviously, we do still wish him a speedy recovery, although he does look like he's recovered. I think now it's just a matter of getting him fitter. But yeah, I cannot wait to see Dennis Politic step back on that pitch, because he is an absolute baller. I know we throw around that term a lot, but he
he's
actually
one
is
of the main ones.
He's honestly, I'd argue he's the top baller at Bolton, and he's not even played this season. So yeah, I can't wait for him to come back. Anyway, I don't know how do we end up on a massive tangent? We went from Saturday to blooming Dennis Politic. How did that happen? But Saturday, now we will actually talk about it. Crawley, who haven't really got a lot to play for, because they can't get playoffs, they can't get relegated, so
because the teams have already been relegated. I think they've already been relegated.
I think Southend
and Grimsby
have gone down. I don't think the third one's been
Barrow
decided yet.
Barrow hasn't yet.
Yeah, because Barrow's still got a chance. I hope Barrow don't get.
I do. I hope Barrow stay up.
I mean, if they don't, then they don't. But it's like, it would be good, Especially as well, they're not even a bad side. Like, they don't actually deserve to be towards the bottom anyway. Like, some of the games, like when they played us, a 3-3, mental. It does appear we've got some technical difficulties here, because on my screen, Tyler has frozen. I don't know if this is going to come back. I don't even know if it would. I don't know. I don't know what's going on right now. I'm just going to keep talking and hope that he comes back at some point. Because right now he's stirring into my soul right now. But yeah. Oh, he's gone. It's fine. He'll come back, hopefully. But yeah, just in general, I think Crawley, they don't have anything to play for, but that doesn't mean it's an easy game. It's gonna be difficult still. Crawley, they're an all right side. They're pretty average, to say the least. But I don't know. I hope it's going to be an entertaining game, for sure. But yeah, I just hope we can actually win it and, get promotion, get back to League One. It would be massive if we could. It would be humongous. Score predictions. I mean, I didn't give a score prediction last week just because I didn't know how that game was going to go, and obviously we bottled it. So I don't know. I don't really want to give one again, but I think I kind of have to. I'm confident in the lads that we will get promotion and secure promotion on Saturday. I reckon. Do I go positive? I mean, look, a win's positive, but I'll back them. I'll go 2-0 win. I'm going to say Doyle. Doyle will get a double. Yeah, I don't think Tyler's going to be joining back. I think his internet may have cut off. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know where he's gone, if I'm completely honest. But yeah, thank you all for watching and listening and everything. If you are watching this on YouTube, then do hit that like button, do hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications as well so you know when we next upload a podcast. Yeah, if you're on Spotify, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts even, not Apple Music, But yeah, give us a 5-star rating. Also follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Instagram is BWFC Fan TV and Twitter is Bolton Fan TV. But yeah, I appreciate you all. Hang on, I have a notification. Is this the Tyler? I do apologise. We'll see if we can get back. Okay, never mind. But yeah. Also, as well, if you are on YouTube, I forgot to mention, let us know your score predictions in the comments. And yeah, I think I've said everything. Follow us on everything. And yeah, also as well, I'll just give a quick little thing here. This is our final episode of the season. You know, obviously assuming for some reason we end up in playoffs. But yeah, there will be videos and stuff like we've already got videos planned for our off time. But yeah, that's pretty much our plan. We're not gonna do a podcast weekly this time, you know, assuming nothing happens. If something happens, like transfer rumors or we sign players, then we'll do podcasts. But if not, then just expect the odd video. But yeah, peace.